everybody, it's Ruby here today, and today I would like to introduce the book buying vlog that I did that you will see in just a couple of minutes. Now, the reason that I didn't introduce this on the road and instead introducing it after while I'm editing it is because I accidentally deleted the footage of me introducing it in the first place. So I apologize for that. That was just total noob mistake. I was just transferring a whole bunch of files at once, and I guess I deleted one of them. So just as some context, my dad and I like to go to thrift stores, like him more so than me, and to try and find books that we were specifically collecting. Now, my dad really likes to find old paperbacks and paperbacks with cool covers on them, or older ones, or map backs, or things like that, and they are generally easier to find in thrift stores because they haven't been picked over yet, and they are usually a lot cheaper. Now, I do want to say, like, support your local independent bookstore. We do as well. It's just that sometimes it's a lot easier if you're a specific kind of picker or collector to be able to go to thrift stores. And so we went from Edmonton to Lethbridge and back and checked out a bunch of little thrift stores, and so I thought that I would film those. As well, I am filming right now is the book haul that's associated with that. You'll see at the very end that I kind of show a little bit of what I bought, as well as some of the books that I got for other people. But I didn't really go into depth about it, and I realized that, so I thought I would do a separate video of that instead. So in a couple of days you'll see that. Keep your eyes open for it, and I'll link both, like I'll cross-reference them down below when the time has come. So I hope you enjoyed, and let's get on with the show. So we just are in Innisfail, which is just one of the small towns going to Salvation Army, but first we had to stop off at Tim Hortons because any Canadian road trip involves Tim Hortons. So now we're in Olds, which is pretty small, but seems to have a really large amount of thrift stores. So we're going to check out a bunch of them right away here. No?
No, so we'll have to go back there on Tuesday.
Now, I just wanted to make one quick comment here, which is that you're just about to see a conversation that I have with my dad as I'm filming one of the towns, and I never properly introduce what is going on or what we're talking about because I didn't really think that I would include it, but it's a nice little clip of the town and also an interesting discussion to have, which is that every time I would film, I would pause the music that we were listening to in order to make sure that nothing was copyrighted or monetized for this video. Now, the funny thing is that the music we were listening to is actually someone who's from Alberta. His name is Blund. He's like a country pop rock sort of artist, and he often comes to Edmonton to do concerts. And so he will and has been singing about the towns that we're going to and the experiences of being on the road.
I think Blund would mind. If he was in the background, wouldn't he be flattered by that, don't you think?
I guess so.
I think so. Like, it's Alberta Drive.
Yeah, but if I'm monetizing this that's a really nice car. If I'm monetizing the video, then I'm getting.
Actually, I forgot. This Didsbury has a nice downtown. We went to an ice cream place here one time.
Cool bank. So we're at the Zion thrift store, which matches the Zion church that we passed. So we just left Didsbury and we're just going to Carstairs now. I wanted to do a little bit of a book haul, but we bought quite a few books in Didsbury. We actually surprised the cashier a little bit. He wasn't quite sure what we were doing. And I thought it'd be kind of funny to show because we also got a bookcase. And to also just put all the books on. So we're not going to do that in the car or anything, but I just thought that was kind of funny. So let's see here. We have the bookcase, which looks a little bit like a pew almost. It has like little bits on the end. And then we have 2 boxes of books so far. And it's just been a couple of towns. And we've been collecting sci-fi, and I've got a couple of books as well that a couple people have requested. So we're just on to the next one now. So we're just about to leave Carstairs actually. I filmed a little bit of it, but there wasn't really too much to see. It's kind of like a little farm pit stop a little bit. Nice downtown, but otherwise mostly like industrial stuff. And I'll insert a little bit of sort of what the outside of the secondhand thrift store looks like. We got a couple. There was a little deal going on, but not as much as we had gotten in some of the previous stores. So we've arrived in Airdrie, which is quite a bit larger. I'd say like large town, maybe. How big is it, do you think?
I don't know. It's a few thousand, 4, 5 maybe. Just outside of Calgary.
Right. So pretty decent, just outside of Calgary. Yeah, there's a couple of thrift stores and an antique mall and stuff like that. So we're just checking those out, and then we're heading to Calgary to get some lunch. So we've arrived at Calgary just to get some lunch before we head off again. But I just wanted to show the cityscape, which is really cloudy right now and foggy because of all of the BC wildfires that are going on. So we've decided to go to Peter's Drive-In.
Yum, yum, yum.
Which is pretty well known for food in Calgary and also usually pretty busy. And so we both got cheeseburgers and some onion rings. And what kind of milkshake did you get?
Licorice orange tiger.
Ooh, nice. And then I got watermelon mango, which is pretty good. I didn't know if it just tastes like a smoothie, but it actually just ends up tasting like both, which is pretty great. So we're gonna just eat this now. Hey guys, so it looks a little bit like I might have been in the car all day, which is actually the case. I think we've been driving for about 8 hours for a journey that usually takes about 5, just because of the amount of stops that we've been taking. But we're just about done for the day, for the evening. I'm currently in High River, and we are just going to go to Lethbridge, which is about an hour and a half away, and that's going to be kind of where we are going to be staying and maybe look at some books there, but everything is closing now. So my dad is just in the Salvation Army. I didn't see anything I really liked, but he did, so he's just finishing up over there. There is something I wanted to show you in High River. I didn't really think of any reason to really show you High River. It's a lot like the other towns that I was showing you, and also it is another Salvation Army, which I've already shown and most people already know what that looks like. But they are filming Heartland, and that is, I knew that was filmed in Alberta, but we literally just drove past the film set. So if I'm able to, I'm going to see if I can film that. So, also I just wanted to show my shirt for anybody interested. I just got a compliment on it, and it is Wild Feminist, and my dad is actually wearing Raging feminist dad, which I got him for Father's Day. So that's kind of cool. That was not planned at all. And also behind me is a MASH book, which I'm absolutely in love with. Made it to Lethbridge. We've been driving for just under 11 hours, I think, obviously with some stops along the way. And you can also see the bug splatter from our drive, so that's really nice. It's like right in the middle of your screen. And so we're just going to check into a hotel and have some supper and then just chill out, and then tomorrow we'll be checking out all of the places that were either closed or that we missed sort of along the way. And we just slept over in Lethbridge in a hotel, obviously, and I just washed my hair, as you can also tell. Getting real on this whole YouTube vlogging thing, but I just wanted to talk about what kind of happened yesterday. So we came into Lethbridge around 8 o'clock, 7:38, and had dinner at the Lighthouse, which is sort of a Japanese restaurant, and that was pretty good, lots of food, and then we just kind of crashed in the hotel. And today we're going to be going to all the thrift stores that were closed when we came into Lethbridge. And so I didn't really film anything because I was just really tired and didn't want to, I guess. So, and I don't know, the Lighthouse is a little bit fancier, so I felt kind of weird just filming it. I did want to talk a bit about the candy store. So you'll see in Nanton, I think, there was a candy store, and it was like this bright building, and I was surprised by how good it was. I didn't want to film inside of it because there were a lot of kids in it. I think that it is a family-run business, so there was like a lot of like preteens and teenagers, and so if anybody should be accidentally filmed, I didn't want it to be them. But it was really cool because I like went nuts buying stuff, because it basically had a bunch of bulk candy, but you could decide what kind of bulk candy you wanted. So like you had Jelly Bellies, and they were sorted by color in bags. Same with like saltwater taffy and like vending machine candy, and there was just like a bunch of candy that I've never really seen before or haven't seen in a really long time. And it was really overwhelming. It was the size of a decent sized store. It wasn't like a corner shop or anything. So it was really cool. So I'm going to show you what I got here. So I have Chime's ginger chews, which are both minty and spicy at the same time. I find them really hard to find, so it's really nice. So I got a bigger package because I want other people to try them as well. And then like the orange version as well, which I don't actually like as much, but I just wanted to try it. I also have, these are like vending machine candies. Yeah, and so I got bananas, which I haven't had probably since I was a little kid. Saltwater taffy, my two favorite flavors, which is blueberry and cinnamon. And I've already busted open a lot of these. And then I also have Lucky Lights bubble gum, which I thought was like the funniest thing because it actually looks like cigarettes. Because I got it because it looks like Lucky Strike, right? And they actually look like cigarettes. And they like blow smoke. And I thought these were banned, but apparently I guess they are still sold in Nanton. So that's pretty cool. So we've arrived in Vulcan, Alberta, which is north of Lethbridge, but on the way to Calgary. And Vulcan really likes to play up some of the Star Trek elements, obviously, because of Vulcan. So I'll see if I can show you that, and then also show the thrift store as well. This place is really cool because it has a lot of like Star Trek memorabilia. They really play up the tourism, and they have a lot of murals and things like that that have aliens on them, as well as some like the fonts of Star Trek are put into the signs. So that's really cool. So this is the Star Trek Vulcan Museum, which is pretty cool and spacey. And then you can see behind it has the Enterprise as well, and a little interactive museum. Yeah, so you can see that there. You have some photo ops on some people who generally take pictures with it, including myself.
My kind of thing.
Yeah.
6 guns samurai.
So we finished our book haul for the last couple of days. We finally arrived back home, and we've sorted all of the books into different piles just to tell how many books we bought. And yeah, so we have them sorted into each genre.
Right, so there's about 180 books altogether. And then we've got nonfiction, hardcover fiction. Hardcover fiction with maps inside.
Yep.
So all these books have maps on the inside except that one.
Yeah.
And then we have hardcover fiction with no maps inside. There's science fiction, there's regular fiction. Then we have softcover fiction. There's sci-fi, horror, for the most part.
Cool.
And Ruby stack here.
Yeah. So this is the stuff that I got, and then this stack here are books that friends of mine had requested that I was able to find. And how many kilometers do you say that we?
1,150 kilometers.
Wow.
2 tanks of gas.
And wow. And did you say how many books there were?
180 books.
Nice.
We have 2 glass insulators, telephone insulators, and a bookshelf that Ruby found that does look a lot like a pew.
And also like library cards. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's very different from any other videos that I've been doing in the past. More of like a daily vlog, things that I generally watch but don't tend to do very often. I wasn't able to talk or really do much in each bookstore just because of privacy and things like that, and sometimes I couldn't film at all just because of people that were in there and stuff like that. But hopefully you got at least a little bit of a view of what it's like to be in southern Alberta and to be doing a book trip like this. This is something that is a lot bigger than what we usually do, but something that we still kind of do about every year or so. And also just kind of fun to see what's out there, to see the bookshops, and to collect books. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Comment down below if you would like other videos like this, or what you thought of the books that we collect, or the bookshops that we go to. And I will talk to you guys later.